Well, joining us now is Tural Ganjali, Member of Parliament from Khandandi City. I believe I'm saying that right. Thank you, good morning, and welcome back.
Good morning, thank you.
What does this trip, Aliyev's trip to Slovakia, tell us about his relationship with Europe, Azerbaijan's relationship with Europe?
Yes, President of Azerbaijan paid very historic visit to Slovakia, and this visit comes in a time when geopolitical uncertainty hits Europe very hard, and Slovakia, as a very important player in the central part of the Europe, plays a very significant role. And now, after this visit, we can say for sure that the relations between Azerbaijan and Slovakia have entered a new era, an era defined by strategic partnership, security cooperation, and security alignment. Because Slovakia and Azerbaijan are countries which face the same challenges. And of course, the most important issue, again, the energy security for Slovakia, because geographically maybe distant countries, Azerbaijan and Slovakia, but we have shared interests, the same common goals that we would like to achieve. That's why, by the way, the relations between our countries also elevated significantly last year as a result of the signing of bilateral document between our countries. The document which is signed last year is the document about strategic alliance, strategic partnership, and of course this cemented our relations very strongly. And also, as of last year, Azerbaijan started to providing Slovakia with natural gas, and this is not the limit. We have also the resources to provide Slovakia, and not only Slovakia, the European Union, with green energy, hydrogen resources, because as President mentioned in his statement in Bratislava, we have additional resources like green energy, 2 gigabytes currently, and we can increase this 2 gigabytes up to 8 gigabytes. So it's a very historic visit again, and plays very important also role for the European Union, speaking generally.
Well, just on that, especially on the energy part, Europe is seeking stable energy suppliers. So how do you think Azerbaijan and Slovakia can actually expand their cooperation in gas supply, renewable energy, in order to kind of position themselves in a good way?
Yes, absolutely. This is, again, very huge area to explore, to elaborate, because Azerbaijan is exporting 25 billion cubic meters gas abroad, and we are exporting gas to 14 countries, and 11 countries in Europe is receiving gas from Azerbaijan, which is very significant contribution to the energy security of the European Union. Plus, we are supplying 8 countries of the EU members with natural gas. So it means that the energy security also very important for the European Union because of the war between Russia and Ukraine, and also geopolitical uncertain situation in Middle East. European Union would like to diversify its resources, because you cannot rely only on one resource, on one line. That's why Azerbaijan's contribution to the overall energy security of the European Union is highly appreciated. And by the way, 3 years ago, in 2022, the Ursula von der Leyen visited Azerbaijan, and we have signed very important document on energy cooperation. So it seems that Azerbaijan is being appreciated and valued.
Let's talk about something else, but slightly on the same sidelines. Can interest in new transport and logistics from Slovakia accelerate joint engagement in the middle corridor, do you believe? Do you believe
Yes.
this is an important role to play?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a very good question, because Azerbaijan now is playing very active role. We are a key country in the middle corridor, because without Azerbaijan's participation and contribution, the middle corridor would be unfunctional. That's why it's also a very huge opportunity for Slovakia. For Slovakia and for the European Union, Azerbaijan is kind of a gateway, access to Central Asia, access to South Caucasus, access to the Caspian Sea, and we can also facilitate and connect Europe with Asia, China with Europe, because of this middle corridor. And Azerbaijan is heavily investing and building upon new infrastructure in Caspian Sea, new seaport, Alat seaport, for example, is being developed and expanded. Its capacity, its capabilities are being expanded. So it means that for the European Union, for the central and eastern part of the Europe, the middle corridor, of course, is very important important aspect because of, again, the transit and communication and connectivity issues.
Definitely, and just in that then, could Azerbaijan and Slovakia's collaboration actually increase a greater outreach for what Azerbaijan can get in access to European markets, as well as trade, as well as a number of different things? Could that actually develop more, and what could we actually see in the next 5 or 10 years?
Exactly, yes. So for the next 5-10 years, we can expand and also increase our trade, not only trade with the European Union. There are so many areas, for example, AI, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, border security issues. For example, taking again this example of Slovakia. Slovakia has common borders with Ukraine, and the war in Ukraine is seriously challenging Slovakia's security issues, energy security. So Azerbaijan can also offer its experience in conflict solution issues. Also, Slovakia and this part of Europe, they have very good knowledge and expertise in urban planning, demining issues. Unfortunately, we are again suffering from landmine problems in Azerbaijan. There is also opportunity to collaborate. Also, people-to-people contact, again, humanitarian, cultural issues. Myself, I served, before being elected to Parliament of Azerbaijan, I served as the Minister of Foreign Affairs. And as a diplomat, I was posted to Prague, Czech Republic. And while living in Prague, I was very closely following the developments in Slovakia. And that's why I can say that Slovakia, it has specific, unique approach to the foreign policy, because Slovakia is also a member of the Visegrad Group, 4 countries, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Poland, and Hungary. These are the countries which play a very important role in that part of Europe, and they pursue their own foreign policy, their own domestic policy, though they are members of the European Union, but they have their own agenda, and they would like to develop and to promote their own agenda. That's why the collaboration with Azerbaijan gives them additional value, and that's why we need each other. And I think that Slovakia specifically, the expectations of Slovakia in energy security and political and military security can meet the contingencies of their expectations, and we are also very satisfied to have such kind of partners in that part of Europe.
And off the back of this visit, just quickly, do we see Azerbaijan balancing East and West relations here? Do Azerbaijan looking more towards European nations? Is there a challenge there?
You know, Azerbaijan is conducting its foreign policy. We have very intensive, pragmatic relations with European Union. We have our own foreign policy constructed upon our national interests. We have very good relations with China, with Turkic-speaking countries. Azerbaijan is playing globally, and our president, of course, he has a very strategic, deep vision, and we are not depending on one political center, or we are not collaborating only with one center. European Union is very important for us, of course, and also the bigger Eurasian region is very important for us because of the communication, connectivity, middle corridor again, because if you are the key country in the middle corridor, of course you have to have very good relations with China. Also, Azerbaijan is a country situated in an important geography, South Caucasus, Caspian Sea. You know, this is a very important factor, and also, by the way, very important thing. After ending the war with Armenia, we have freed ourselves from being limited to the conflict solution. Now Azerbaijan expanded its horizon. Azerbaijan is playing globally, and fortunately, we have now in the era that we can speak about post-conflict rehabilitation. By the way, Slovakian companies are also attending in rehabilitation and reconstruction activities in Azerbaijan. We have a smart village is being constructed by Slovakian company. This is also a very important aspect to highlight.
Well, thank you very much, Dural, for coming down.
My pleasure.
And visiting us again today. We hope to have you again on soon. Ganjali there, Member of Parliament.